Hey, Coach K, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Alex?
Good. Welcome back. We're going to follow from our last session, and we are going to be talking about getting you your first customer. And getting your first customer is it's the hardest one to get, I think, because you might have butterflies. You're nervous about it. It's not new. It's a new client to you. It's a new opportunity, and it's something different that you're not used to. So we want to make sure we have a product. We want to make sure, how are we going to, market that product to the customer? How are we going to package it up for them to see, pricing, those sort of things. And then what is your pitch? How are you going to talk to people when you see them? What is the idea and the value proposition to them? Have you thought about any of those?
Yeah, I've actually thought about all three. And there may be some change that I made to make as far as price is concerned, only because I'm now targeting more people that do private lessons instead of the whole bigger spectrum of going to games and such.
Okay. So we want to figure out what is the product? What is the product now that you're going to sell them?
So essentially the product is essentially similar to what I've always been wanting to do. Take footage of people that would like to showcase their skills and hopefully produce it for other people, other college coaches or coaches in general to see.
Okay, so we have a target audience, probably, I would say, 8th grade and above.
Yep, that's
probably
correct.
8th to 11th grade is going to be your target audience. And then you've priced this out. We have an idea of what the pricing is going to be. And the next thing we've got to do is really create a marketing piece for you. And along with that marketing piece is going to be marketing flyer or a marketing sales slick that's going to coincide with a website. It's also going to coincide with your business card so they can have a chance to contact you. So you're going to hand it out to them. So have you looked into any of these at all as far as what resources you're going to use for a marketing flyer, business cards, and or a website?
Yeah, so being a graphic designer, I can certainly knock out on a business card sooner than later. Still working on the website, okay. But I do have a piece that I can certainly start right away so I can start distributing out to potential customers.
Okay, I think it'd be great because if you can create a sales piece that we can show the folks at home, again, it's taking an idea in your head, figuring out who the audience is going to be, how am I going to price this out, and then how am I visually going to portray this to my potential customers. I think that'd be great. So next time we talk, I think it'd be great to have that marketing piece. We can kind of show what you creatively did because some people don't have that, graphic design background, Coach K. I want to talk about maybe some other vendors that could help with that. It might be flyers.com or, Wix to do the websites, or it could be, printing companies that can do the business cards and letterhead layouts. So those sort of things I think are important for anybody that doesn't have what you have, the graphic design background. So we'll stop right there. Do you want us to go back and tighten that up, or what do you want to do?
No, I thought that was great.
Okay.
So if you want to do it one more time, then that way you can naturally flow into, that's great. Like you said, not everybody has that ability. You can go to flyers.com, wix.com, or you can we don't have to re-record it at all. And you can pick up with so with that marketing piece, whatever, I don't know what you would go into next, placement or promotion or pitch. But I thought that sounded good. But if you want to re-record it so it flows better into the next step after he has his marketing piece, we can start.
What's the business card site?
Is there one with a cow?
There's Zoom printing, but there's also a Vistaprint.
Vistaprint, yeah.
And you got Flyers by Tomorrow. There's so many things that have all that.
Okay, maybe I don't plug anybody, but okay.
Yeah, you go to the WYSIWYG websites for that type of stuff.
Okay.
Do you want to mention that, Government Marketing and Media could do it for them?
Nah, we're not there yet.
I could though.
I know, but I do want to build that section out, so it's like that will be a revenue stream. I don't think we're equipped to handle. I think we should almost white label somebody else's site and handle that inflow.
Yeah, all I would do is go to Vistaprint or to Flyers by Tomorrow and get it done for them. right now.
Vista, don't they do like 100 free cards the first order or something along those lines?
Just got the name on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's what our sponsor is going to be, Julie, and we push them to them. That's probably the better angle. Okay, so let me just think how I can tighten this back up. Product placement. All right. And then I'm flowing into what part now? What do we flow into?
It's up to you. His sales pitch, or how does he get that first opportunity how does he identify who his customer is to have that opportunity to speak and to give him the collateral is only as good as being able to have the audience to give it to.
Okay.
I heard
Coach,
that.
did you hear that?
Yeah.
I missed you this morning. My shoulder popped I missed you this morning in our workout, Coach K. I thought for sure you were going to show up.
Yeah, maybe next time.
All right, we'll go ahead and start again, and then I'll roll.
Okay.
Hey, Coach K, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again.
How are you doing?
No complaints so far, considering the circumstance.
Okay. All right, we're following up from our last conversation, and we were talking about your product and how we're going to get that into potentially the customer's hand. Your goal is to get one customer. That's really going to be our focus now. You've got the idea, you've got the framework to understand what you're going to do, and now our goal is to really get one customer. So have you thought about your packaging, what you're going to do as far as the sales flyer, the website,
Your phone. Sorry.
All right, I turned it down.
Okay, we'll start over. Sorry about that, guys, but that was really loud on my side.
Okay. All right. Hey, Coach K, welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Alex. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So we're following up from our last session where our goal right now is to get your first customer, your first client. And that's always going to be probably the hardest thing to do because it's outside your comfort zone. You're really going to be selling yourself, selling idea, and you haven't done it before. So for anybody at home, this might be something that you've got to practice, prepare, those sort of things. Talking to a mirror, preparing yourself to present your pitch to somebody, asking a friend or relative or something like that. Hey, listen, do you mind if I talk to you about what I'm trying to sell? I want to pitch you on what my service is or what my product is to get that comfort zone. So it might be good for you to start writing out those type of scripts and how you're going to sell your product. The other thing is marketing. Marketing is going to be extremely important for you. Have you discussed or looked at, your website, your marketing piece, your business cards, those sort of things, and how that's all going to tie in?
Yeah, so I have started slowly but surely working on the website. Being a graphic designer, I am also capable of just knocking out a business card or business card design also rather quickly. And then as far as just exposing myself to video, like using my video skills to also promote myself that way, I'm certainly starting my way to do that as well.
Okay, that's great. The fact that you have, graphic design background, not everybody has that luxury to be able to create those sort of things. So for the folks at home that don't have that skill set, okay. There's plenty of websites out there that do business cards on demand. They have templates, those sort of things, flyers on demand. There's templates out there. There's even companies that help with website development. And for you, again, and for most people starting out, the website, don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's not 10, 15 elaborate pages. It's really basically just a virtual business card or a virtual flyer of what your thought and your idea is with pricing. How do they get in touch with you? What is the opportunity for you to sell to them so they can understand by looking at the website, oh, here's the description, here's what it is, here's the pricing, I get it. So that's great. I guess the next step's going to be for you is finding that customer base. Okay, so have you identified the customer base to get that one client?
Yeah, so right now on the side, I actually do private lessons, private soccer lessons. And what I've actually been doing in the past few days is setting up my camera and really just letting it record so that the video capture or the camera captures my training session. And then eventually I'd like to cut it up and use that potentially as a promotional piece or something that I could use to give back to or at least sell, quote unquote, back to the parents so that they can use it for future use.
And that's great. And what some people don't realize is sometimes you have to give things away in order to get business in return. And the fact that you're recording these things now, and it's potentially you're gonna be able to double dip. You're gonna be able to use this for your website or use this for promotional video, but it'll also help you get clients too. So imagine this. So imagine you're doing this footage, and I think you should go back and edit that footage and take specific people and highlight those folks and show exactly what you can do. And then you're putting on your promotional video, but also going to Mrs. Jones or Mr. Jones and saying, hey, I can do this for your child. Look at this video I just put together. Is this something that you think would help your son or your daughter get recruited into college? Or this would be awesome to send to your grandparents or to your friends or those sort of things. So I would do something, and you may take one specific child and one specific parent and say, I'm going to do this for free for you. I'm going to do this video. Please tell all your friends about it. What do you think? Give me feedback. And so when you do that one video and you send it out to them, and their reaction is going to be, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Or they could say, you know what? It's not that great. And that feedback is something that you want to hear, and you make sure that it resonates with you, and you edit those things or get better as you go along. But it's both ways. It's very important feedback. So doing things for free is not always a negative. It allows you to potentially get more customers. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. So when you're doing the promotional video and you're kind of honing in on your smaller audience, okay, I'm assuming it's probably 8th grade to 11th grade for recruiting purposes?
Sometimes even upwards to adult, 20 plus most cases, some cases.
Okay, gotcha. So have you made a list of those potential customers?
So right now, my focus is the age groups of, I would even say as early as 8 years old up to about 16. That's my main client base that I see on a regular basis.
Okay, and so just out of curiosity, a ballpark, how many families do you have in that group?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say off the top of my head, I can think of 6 families right now.
6 families, okay.
Yep.
And they potentially know maybe 6 more families. So of those 6 families, that's going to be what you call your warm lead. They have a relationship with you. You speak well, you're gregarious, you smile. That's the most important thing. And you're able to approach them. So it's basically what's called a warm call. So you should hone in on the next time we talk. Let's tighten up. Next time we speak, I want to make sure you have a marketing piece that we can show the audience. I can look at and say, okay, does this tell exactly who, what, when, where, and how? Okay, how much it's going to be, where I'm going to do it, and the complete details of the service. And you want to make sure that that is presentable to the customer. The next thing you want to do is you can work with somebody like myself, or you can work with a family member or a loved one, practicing how you're going to talk to the parent. Hey, Mrs. Jones, do you mind if I actually talk to you something that I'm working on? I started a new company, and I'd love to tell you what I'm doing. Those are the type of things you want to get used to saying, okay? Yeah, sure, Coach K, what is it? Well, I started a video production company, and I'm really focusing in on strategic recruiting strategies, and I'm doing video to help enhance your player and show them all the details or all the fun things that they can do, on and off the field. And I want to make sure that's presentable to a coach. Can I show you what that is and how much it's going to be? Yeah, sure, Coach K, show it to me. Great. And once you have that person engaged, maybe that's the one that you do the video for. Do you mind telling your friends after this, like if you like it, do you mind telling 10 or 15 of your other friends, hey, here's my card, refer them to me. And that's how your circle of influence grows and grows and grows. The more you can do with a warm call versus a cold call, the better you're going to be. And it may be that you exhaust that circle of friends, and you've got to go out and cold call and call on clubs like myself. And that's okay. You want to just make sure you're continuing to grow the funnel to sell to as many people as possible.
That's good.
That's all we need. That was great. Now it's okay now, I think, to just end it.
Okay.
It was probably like what, 5-6 minutes there, Coach K? That would be great.
Yeah, that was good.
So we're like, all right, so that's a lot of work, Coach K. So we'll regroup again next week. I know I've asked a lot. And then we'll kind of refine it. And then from there, there's not much more to do other than follow up again, right? So we can just end it. Oh, hold on. Kat's saying something. Oh, sorry. I muted her. Sorry, Kat.
No, it's okay. My only thought, and again, it's probably irrelevant, but I just wanted to point out in my brain, I personally think that 8 to 16 is so broad. Are you still trying to target like a recruiting type video, Coach K, or what is your vision for that younger
It's
age group?
recruiting, but he also could sell it. You know, his audience is bigger because he can even do it for an 8-year-old kid, and because it doesn't matter. He just wants to show that and how he can do it to a 15, 16, 17-year-old kids for recruiting purposes.
Nowadays with the clubs are asking for videos to showcase their kids' abilities, since we can't do an actual tangible tryout. So I guess I would assume that is also relevant too as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and plus you're using it for, oh, you're right, because not only promotional, but these 8-year-olds might need it to get into a club.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, cool.
Give me like 4 minutes, okay? Yeah. All right, I'll start real quick. Okay. Hey, Coach K, I know I was long-winded on that explanation there, but I just want to kind of summarize everything so we have a game plan for next time, what you need to do. So again, we're trying to focus on getting that one customer, correct?
Correct.
Okay, you've got 6 warm leads that you're going to focus on to get that one customer. What I need you to do is come back. We're going to have the marketing piece done. Hopefully you have at least a splash page done of your website. You've got your business cards ready to roll. And then you and I are going to work on our elevator pitch, our practice pitch to our potential customers.
Sounds good to me, Alex.
Okay, great. And once you do that, Coach K, you are ready then. Once we have these 3 things done, you're ready to start, presenting yourself and start getting feedback and start selling your product and services and start creating some sort of backlog of potential customers.
Sure, that sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, that's great. We're getting good at this, guys.
Okay.
One and done. All right, Coach. I'll call you later. I'll get this ready to splice pretty quickly. Alex, you need anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you guys.
Have a good one, Alex. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Kat.